It's week 1 of the 2023 season, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic...
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
Let's go now. 70 Ryan.
On first down, Golden. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Golden. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Golden. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 2nd down, Golden. That is caught by Rodgers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Golden. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets it down to the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Golden. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs and they're done.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good start, throw, and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down. Golden. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Golden. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Golden. Touchdown! Herb Smith Jr. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together.
Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdowns. Throwing to start the drive. Golden got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Golden swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Golden. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple. Here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Throwing on first down. Golden. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Well, partner, that's the start that you're on right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Looking to throw on second down. Golden. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first and 10, Golden. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Hunt will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Irv Smith Jr., an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words has really worked its way into our lexicon.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. Before a touchdown. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Quick slant to Watson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Operating from the gun. Golden. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. A gain there of 21 yards. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 23. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there. And
he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Golden. That's going to be caught downfield. Rodgers with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Working with his 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Good footwork at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down, it looks like we'll have to. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st down, Golden. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Golden. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2nd and 1. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you...
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Throwing on 1st down. Golden. This is caught. Touchdown. Kareem Hunt. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognostic. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Throwing on 3rd and long. Golden. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Golden. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Once again, it's Jacobs. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new... So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. On 1st and 10, Golden. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Golden. Quick slant here to Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Golden. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
On first down, Golden. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Golden. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Operating from the gun. Golden. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Golden. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. For this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown. Following the fumble recovery, Golden swings this out for Hunt. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Golden. Got a man, able to find Rodgers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Operating from the gun. Golden. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Golden steps away to his left. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Golden. And this one complete to Doolin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Golden. He'll leave it for Hunt. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw on 2nd down. Golden eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen
the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
the offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the gun, Golden. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, Golden, throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Goes right back to Smith again.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Golden.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Golden. And this one complete to Smith.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Irv Smith Jr.
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. No, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it off.
Yeah, and so much for going into.
Now the Packers get set to go. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Golden. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On the move to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Golden. Touchdown! DeMarcus Robinson. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's...
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into...
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it. And he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Golden buying time to his left. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Golden. Open man is Amari Rodgers complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
To throw on 2nd down. Golden. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, Golden, and it's caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A 1st catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this 1st half. And 1st down to boot.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they... Throwing to start the drive. Golden. And this one is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
To throw again. Golden. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
To throw on 3rd down. Golden. He's got this one complete to Rodgers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's caught right side by Rodgers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Golden. Touchdown, Packers. Demarcus Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Keelan Cole with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise that the
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been...
Throwing to start the drive. Golden gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Golden. It's complete to Cole. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down. Golden. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we have reached halftime here, and then a look around. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. 1st and 10. Golden. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Golden. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Cole on the slant. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Golden. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Golden. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Golden. Robinson's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Touchdown, Packers! Kareem Hunt, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical as well.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. And we're back now in Charlotte. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first three plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Golden. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Demarcus Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to... Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's got room. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now to see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this